Hey y'all, my name is MomoMorgana and welcome back to the Sims 4 Ultimate Decades Challenge. So we have quite a bit of lore today actually, that actually for once has nothing to do with the Smiths directly. So as you saw from the machinima at the beginning, Alice's niece Victoria, who lives actually on the opposite side of them, one of their neighbors actually, who is also an alien because is one of Amaya's children, gave birth to a son, and that son has blue skin, the same way Sybil and Amis have blue skin. So she was coming to her Aunt Mary for a little bit of advice, coming to her Aunt Mary for a little bit of advice as to how she should proceed. And of course, Mary didn't really have an actual answer for her because, well, Mary doesn't know. She hasn't actually done anything for her daughters. She's just been a listening ear and then just tried to make them feel better at home, but she hasn't actually done anything to make life easier for them, right? And so she wasn't able to give Victoria an answer. So that's how that's going. Hopefully once her son grows up, because right now he's just an infant, but maybe once he's a toddler, all of the kids can get to know their cousins more, because we don't really get to see their cousins. So that was Victoria, that alien woman who was trying to make Amis feel better when she walked by and was feeling upset, was actually her cousin. So she kind of recognized her and wanted to make her feel better, but Amis just wasn't really having it. So maybe this blue cousin, whose name is Joe, but I'm gonna pretend it's Joseph, maybe once he gets older, he'll, like, I don't know, be closer. Maybe the girls, or all of them actually, I think they should all get to know their cousins a bit more. We see Diamond and her family, but we don't really get to see Victoria, because I forgot she was there. But anyways, we're here with Ivo, not because we're doing anything in particular at this exact moment. Or actually we could, because he's not grieving anymore. So he's gotten over that death pretty quickly. Well, not quickly, it's been a year. And I think, honestly, it's time for him to start searching for another wife, which is why we're here. I don't think I'm going to have him go on a date just yet. But I'm going to come out here so y'all can see this part of the screen. But I do have a few prospective women. So I'm going to get the more important ones out of the way. This lady here, Arabella Shearer, as well as her sister Madeline Shearer, might sound a little bit familiar. And that, the Shearer name I found a little bit familiar, and that's because it's Robert's last name. So these two are actually Robert's niece and nephew. Now you might say, well, how are they teenagers? Robert was an elder. He's been gone. His grandchildren are grown. And to that I say, well, it's not Robert's side, it's his brother's side. So I don't know if y'all recall, but back during 1315, during the famine, Robert's Robert's mother and baby sibling passed away, and his father remarried a vampire woman. And that's where Robert kind of got the idea that occults are what's keeping families safe in Hemford on Bagley, because nothing bad happened while his father was married to this vampire woman. Now, his vampire stepmother and his father together had like 4 or 5 kids, 2 girls who turned out human, and like 3 vampire sons. One of those sons, is still alive and actually is all the way in Oasis Springs. He had to move around quite a bit because he's a vampire. He's been younger far longer than he should be, but he's got 3 daughters actually, but these are the only 2 who are eligible to be married, and that is Annabella and Madeline. All that to say, these 2 are actually vampires and distant cousins, actually no, direct cousins with Mary. And this lady right here, Lady Trisha Harrington, the Harrington name is also familiar. So she is also one of Mary's nieces. She's the one who doesn't live in the village. I meant to give her different clothes. I forgot she was rich, but it doesn't matter. But Mary's sister divorced her husband right when he became a lord, and she took their youngest daughter with her. And so she's being raised outside of the village. But this is technically the current lord's youngest daughter. She just doesn't live in Hemford on Bagley. And also Mary's niece. So the Shearers are like becoming pretty prominent, which I somewhat expected, but I expected it to be, we mostly been following Robert's direct line. We haven't really branched out into any others. But this is also one of Mary's nieces. And okay, this person is not not related to Robert's family, but she's a werewolf. So out of all of these people so far, from what I've noticed, we have 2 vampires, an alien, because Lady Trisha is an alien, and a werewolf. I don't know or think that anyone else is like a spellcaster or anything like that. I can't tell in MC Command Center. Yeah, I can't tell. So that's all I know. And honestly, I was going to narrow it down by who he found more or least attractive, but in true fashion of an artist, he finds the beauty in everything. So he doesn't find anyone extremely attractive. The only person he found extremely attractive is his late wife. But he finds some people very attractive, like Annabella Shearer. He thinks that she is very attractive, so we'll see how that goes. But then like Carolina, also very attractive. But then like this werewolf lady, he finds beauty in her and thinks she's attractive, but that's about it. And that goes for every single woman on this list. I'm going to take Heather off because I was going to have like, oh, maybe he falls for her cousin. They like make each other feel better. She actually thinks he's butt ugly. Very unattractive. Like she's not going to go for that at all, which is fair. Don't get with your late wife's cousin. That'd be accurate for the time period, but a little weird for me. But yeah, that's about it. I don't think I'm gonna have him go on any dates this episode, ? I say that, but I could very easily come back and decide to do that. But that was it. I just wanted to let y'all know that the potential, Ivo has a pretty strong potential to marry a vampire, another alien, or even a werewolf. And, you know, there's a chance he might get with one of the Shearer bloodlines, which I think would be interesting, because then we'd have Mary's direct bloodline with our main household, and then we'd have whatever Ivo had if he got with a Shearer. For further context, 'cause I know I just spouted a lot of nonsense, this is Mary's family tree, right? Her sister, brother, her late brother, what? Yeah, they died. Except for her stepson, his stepson. So if we go back to Mary, let's go to Maya first. That's the easy one. As we can see, Lady Trisha is still here, who Ivo could potentially marry. But if we go to her father, Robert, also Robert's bloodline has grown extensively as he wanted when he married that alien woman. He has two siblings still alive. This is one of his human half-sisters. Clearly she's old. This is his brother, one of the surviving vampire brothers, who is now married to an alien, but at first was not. And these are his three vampire daughters. This means absolutely nothing to the story at all. But Luca, I think he might be a hybrid because his father is a spellcaster and she's a vampire. So he might be both. Hopefully I can find some weird way to move them into the village, but I try not to mess with things like that too much. But anyways, yeah, that was it. I just want y'all to see how closely connected to the Shearers we have become. Like, Robert's legacy has really gone from like childhood, almost lover / friend, to longtime stalker, to now generations later, or a generation later, 2 generations later actually, that, you know, his family could consistently marry into the Smiths. So that's all I gotta say. But I don't know, I'm sure he's like fist pumping from the afterlife, like, yeah, another one into the Smith bloodline. Yeah, I'm so closely connected with Alice. I don't know, that was his life's goal, so I guess he's met that condition. Well, he met it when Mary married Amir, so it's fine. All right, let's take care of the chores. Nibble, sweetie, I'm really glad that you're out here getting to know your Uncle Ivo, but it is literally thunderstorming. Why are all of y'all outside? Why is the only one inside Grogo, get in the house. It's a thunderstorm out there. Come on. Come on, kids. I'm really happy to see these two actually getting along. I was scared that Sybil was taking a weird path in the previous episode, but Amis isn't happy to be having this conversation, but oh, well, now she is. Never mind. I really like how I did absolutely nothing today because it just thunderstormed the entire time, but okay, and Grogo's now having a mean streak. I think we already I think we're good. I don't think we need another mean sim. But thank you for offering yourself. I appreciate it. Not really though. Cut that out. Alright, it's the next day. I planned on having him meet some ladies, but I guess one of his friends passed away. The dog. Okay. Well, he said that his dog passed away. Yeah, I don't think that's a good enough reason for me to not do this. So, oh wait, we have vampires. How am I gonna do this? Should I have them meet us at the tavern? Because I can't wait till nighttime. That'd be weird, right? To meet with a bunch of women in the middle of the night. That's kind of weird. But at least 2 of them will burn if I invite them here now, because they're not going to rush inside. And there's not enough room inside anyways. So maybe he's going to try to hold this meeting of sorts at the tavern instead. Is he like a strong 15 years old, 16? I don't know. He's old enough. He's been married once before. He's got a child. He's a grown-ass man. All right, we're here. Let me start the gathering. Let me do this really quickly just so everybody starts coming. I meant to take you out, Heather. I'm just gonna ignore you. Let me just tell everyone to come sit inside. Everyone come sit inside, because some of you are gonna burn. Some of you are just gonna burn to death. Well, one of the vampires actually has heat resistance, I think. The other one most certainly does not. I'm scared. I'm like, wait, they might not show up, to be honest. Let's sit together. Come on. Oh yes, the raging werewolf. Oh, this werewolf girl, I forgot to say. She's Jesus, and she's feral or something. I don't know. This is Blanche or Blanca, the blonde-haired girl who Amis desperately wants to be friends with. This is her older sister. So that whole like brother is a brother and 2 sisters. All of them are werewolves, and this is one of them. This is the sister. So I guess let's start. You don't need to talk to Heather. I guess Heather's here for moral support to help him choose, you know, someone who she thinks will also be kind of good for him. So let's start. Let's talk to this Heather. This is a completely different Heather. I don't know why these are the only 2 options, but give a Tama Ronnie. I haven't played with the pack yet. Give a respectful introduction. There we go. Okay. Let's just talk to everyone. Oh, there's the vampire girl. I want to talk to her so bad. She doesn't have the best of personalities, but I'm willing to overlook that for the sake of a good story. Now, does Iva deserve it? No. But I'm past that. I care about a good story, Ivo. I'm sorry. It might come at the cost of your mental health. Or your physical health, depending on how hungry she gets. Can you not do that? Can you stop growling at people, you weirdo? We're just gonna have to look at these guys one by one. Oh, here's the other vampire. I know for a fact Madeline's not gonna date us because she is in fact a lesbian, but you know. Bernard, I don't care about him. Some people are definitely not here. But let's try to go one by one real quick. If I can find them. So let's go to Annabella. That you are not Annabella. Here she is, here she is. So this is Annabella, one of the vampire Shearer girls. She is the younger sister, but age doesn't matter when you're ageless. So she's a teenager for now, but she'll stop aging as a young adult. I know she has the short-tempered trait, just like Amis, but I don't know anything else about her, to be honest. Next up, she's not here. Carolina's not here. But Annabella, he thinks that she's very attractive, as we saw. Haley. I also know nothing about Haley's traits, but this is, come on. Haley is this werewolf. I don't know how to turn her back into her human form. I haven't really played with werewolves that much, but My werewolves do not turn back human. My NPC ones, at least. So I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, I have no clue what's up with that. But she seems to like him, I guess. Maybe she seems like she's calmed down. Oh, why are all these women so mean? Jeez. All right, and Heather didn't come. Well, Heather left. Heather was literally just here. All right, Heather left, unfortunately. Did Kaylin come? Yes, he really likes Kaylin. So this is Kaylin. I also don't know anything about her. She's from... Oh, never mind. He does find a girl extremely attractive. I guess it changed when he saw them in person. So maybe he'll try to pursue Kaylin and Lady Trisha. Okay, I've reached my limits. Yeah, I know. So maybe he'll try to go after Kaylin. Right? She seems to have caught his eye. There's also this person, but this person's non-binary, and I don't think he's gonna go for that. I wanted him to get with Mia too, because Mia is super pretty, and this is Monique. Monique is either trans or non-binary, but I don't think Ivo's especially attracted to her. And she's short-tempered too. Why are all the women so short-tempered? Also, Lady Trisha did come. Hi, Trisha. Can we respectfully introduce ourselves to you? She looks super dazed. I feel threatened. Look at him stuck between a vampire and a werewolf. Also, these guys don't like each other, for obvious reasons, but, you know, the hate is there. Some people we might have to go visit individually just because they didn't show up, and I want to give them a fair chance. Oh, never mind. Mia was here the whole time. She was just outside. Can we introduce ourselves to Mia? And then, oh, that's not what I meant to do. Hi, Mia. I think Mia's super cute. I think she's super pretty. What is going on? Please. Oh my god. Do all the werewolves scream like... Oh, and she... Oh, okay. Do they all scream like that all the time? Okay. Okay. So much is happening, and none of it is what I want to be happening. Run away. Oh, okay. So... Whatever her name, what was your name? Haley's going crazy and scaring everybody in sight. I don't know if she's the right choice for you. You can't be cowering in fear from your own wife, you know? I mean, you could if you're into that, but I don't think this is the cower in fear thing you're looking for, you know? But him and Mia would be super cute together, right? Look at how cute she is. Oh, she's a downer. Okay, that kind of matches your sympathetic thing. What is this? Dancing. Okay, well, she's going through it. All right, this is chaotic, so I'm just gonna end it. Set everyone free real quick. And let's take a look at, wow, he did not get along with Lady Trisha. Let's take a look at where we stand. I'm gonna come here so we can actually see the background. So, with Amelia, okay. Well, that changes things. We won't be doing that right now, actually. I'll come back and do it later. I can only open profiles so many times in my game because of I have something that's glitching it. I don't know. One of my mods. But I know Lady Trisha is off out of the running. They already don't get along. And Heather I'm gonna take out. Probably Haley? I don't know. He was scared, but he might be into it, so who knows. But I'm gonna leave him here to just think, I suppose. He can just keep thinking about his options. Keep his mind open, you know, to the possibilities. Oh, excellent. Mary's having an early midlife crisis. Life seems to be passing by Mary. Life seems to be passing Mary by these days. It's the same thing day in and day out with nothing to really show for it. It might be time for a change. What type of change, Mary? What do you want to do? Discuss fear of death, have a drink, rummage in the trash, and hug someone? I could rummage in the trash. It might not be good for your social standing, but, if that's what you want to do in your free will, go for it. Speaking of free will, stop it. What's wrong with you? Come on now. The twins did want to get closer to their Uncle Stephen, so he should be back from work by now. It's later in the afternoon, so let's head out with Sybil. We're gonna leave Amis and Denise here. Oh, I like saying their names back to back. Let's go to our uncle. Oh, also our other cousin grew up, which we knew, but I forgot. He was cursed and the other one's possessed? Something like that? Okay, so I think Grogo is gonna be the one to kind of start them off and start this conversation with his uncle. Have some uncle nephew time. Oh, you want to chat with Lena? Yeah, you can chat with your aunt. Give a funny introduction. Aw, no one ever wants to talk to Alina. That's so sad. Yeah, you can talk to Alina. I was gonna have her go inside and chat with her cousin, but go chat with Alina. Don't talk about struggles. Stephen's joyless? Well, I'm sure you have some joys, but yeah. You've had it rough recently, brother. Stephen has discovered that Grogo Smith is an alien, not even trying to hide it. You're literally in love with his alien mother. I don't know why you're so shocked. Maurice and Grogo aren't really getting along for some reason. They didn't even do anything negative. Okay, Maurice is just, not a fan of his cousin Grogo. Oh, well, never mind. They just had a rough start? Maybe? Just keep talking. So both of the twins are now really good friends with Stephen. So I wonder if now that Amir is gone and Mary is essentially alone, if he is going to kind of take over as a sort of father figure. I know he's their uncle, but you know, he's the only real father figure they have now. They don't have any grandfathers. Their uncle is really young, and he's gone also, so... Sorry, by their uncle I mean Iva. I know that he's their uncle as well. But yeah, okay, so the two of them are now close. Maurice and Grogo are... Maurice is... He doesn't warm up to people easily. I think that's what it is. Or perhaps this has something to do with his curse. Who knows? Look at Grogo's little missing tooth. It's so cute. It's the next day, and you know what? Since we have so much free time, I think this is a perfect time to kind of get a peek into some of our side households. So we're here with Nura, who we rarely get to see how her and her life is. And honestly, things are going pretty great. Probably because Armando can focus all of his attention on Philip, and she and Christina can live their life, you know, together, quote unquote, while they raise the children. The children like both of them for the most part. Everyone gets along with each other. They go between Christina and Nura as like mother figures. Obviously, we still have, you know, Lycia and Margaret who have their issues. Speaking of Margaret, how's your curse work? How's your poisoning? These Sims suffer from chronic poisoning. Alright, so she's still poisoned, but like she's chilling for now, to be honest. And how are you doing? Okay, well, your possession doesn't seem to be bothering you at the moment, so everyone seems to be doing well. The kids get along for the most part, and everything's like fine. So I don't know. And I think it's really only like this when Armando is gone. When Armando's here, they have to, you know, I don't think he likes the children he has with Christina mingling too much with the children he had with Nura. But as long as he can distract himself with Philip, I don't think he cares. So they have a relatively happy family right now. And you know what? I'll take it. I'm not mad. And this also means that Nura is avoiding considering killing Armando at the moment. I'm telling you right now, you don't want a baby. Okay, you want to do something romantic with Mary? Y'all haven't been romantic in a while. You want to go on a date? Y'all can certainly go out together, but I'm not sure if y'all should go on a date. Fear being inferior? Uh-oh. That's not good coming from Margaret, but nothing we can do about that. Who put her down? Oh, okay, this family breakfast is having some terrible consequences already. But you are free to be romantic with your partner, and you can chat with your brother. Well, read his letter. Look at these two. Aww. Okay, hold on. There's children. There's children around. Look at look at that one. She's like, all right. I like that the kids don't really care. The issues that Nura's kids have with her doesn't have anything to do with her relationship. Oh, okay. Well, that's not appropriate to do in front of children. But the issues they have with her don't have to do anything with her relationship or her identity. It has to do with her being a whack mother. She barely even spoke to the kids. At least Christina was sitting down talking to all of them. She sat down, ate, and then immediately started messing around with her girlfriend. So, well, her fiance. She's not getting married though. We already rode for that, but you know, we're gonna say that they're quote unquote married. Let me see. You want to give her a massage? Sure. Finish reading your letter from Stephen. Okay. These guys, Margaret and Philip. No, the twins are splitting apart. Okay, the clear difference in treatment between Philip and Margaret, as well as Lycia, but Lycia's just has her own issues as well. Oh no. I wanted them to be close. Haley and Lady Christine, sure. You can be jokesters with your mother. Oh, I wanted the twins to get along so well. They're not even sitting next to each other. That makes me sad. I wanted these guys to be friends. Marjorie, you live in a whole different place. No idea who that is. Okay, so honestly, things are extremely peaceful here. And we don't need to say anything further because Nura doesn't have anything planned. As long as Philip is okay, even if he's not getting along with his twin, everything's fine. Lycia, where'd you go? She's feeling sad? Oh, she's melancholic. Alright, so she's going to go feel her feelings. I think what it is maybe Philip said something or something happened between her and Philip that made her begin to feel inferior to him. Make an enemy, become friends with Lady Christina. I think she might want to become enemies with her brother. Oh. I mean, if she wants to, don't yell at your mom. I guess she wants to become enemies with Philip. She's feeling like she's not ever going to be able to be as good as him. Mostly because she's a girl. And definitely he might have rubbed something in her face and she's just not like, she's not happy about it. Impishly pester. Let's make this enemy. This makes me sad, but argue about who's better. Oh. And Nura's just like coddling him. She didn't pay attention to Margaret. Nura does not care that her kids are going at it next to her at all. Like, she is so inattentive. I was paused that whole time. Hopefully I caught the fight, but these two got into an actual fist fight. And yeah, I was saying that it's not her fault. It's neither one of their faults. It's every single adult who has failed them in this household. I hope I recorded that fight. I just realized my recording was paused. But they got into an actual fist fight and now they're both enemies. But they get along with their siblings, so it's just each other, unfortunately. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode off here. It is a little bit on the shorter side, but that's because, well, we're losing a lot of time. Mostly because we have a lot of free space to wait for one girl to age up. But everybody else except for Ivo pretty much has their life together. And there were no birthdays. So I think not tomorrow, but the next episode, I will definitely be spending time with some more of my side households during this downtime. So we already saw Nura's side household and how she's doing. We'll take a little look into Thilka's household, and I'll just keep being eternally grateful that as bad as these two's relationship is, it's not as bad as Margaret and Philip's, hopefully. But with that all said and done, I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye.